Hello everybody, it's Camiel Daamen, your online Ableton certified trainer. And we're back with a Dive in Live tutorial. And this week I'm going to show you something about Fabfilter, how to use the EQ in a good way to separate certain sounds so they're not like masking each other with frequencies. And Fabfilter has a really nice trick with this. So let's dive in. You can see my track. This is a new track I'm working on with my friend Ari, which we made when I was still in Holland. Let me play you a bit. It's very funky. It's got that nice deep house vibe. And I want to show you how to use Fabfilter, for instance, to EQ frequencies that are masking each other. So this is the kick and bass. Sounds pretty cool, but we can use a bit of correction maybe on the bass. There's the kick, this bass, and a sub bass. So what we can do, we can go and grab our Pro Q3 and drag it on the kick, and then we can take one and drag it on the bass, and we can take one and drag it on the sub. And I'll show you how you can actually use the analyzer to see what's going on. So the analyzer needs to be turned on with this red button. And now if I play, you'll see if I am on the sub, and I can sort of sidechain it with the analyzer with the kick. And you'll see this red part here. You know, you'll see that it's giving this red red line to indicate, okay, there's something going on. So we can make a decision, right? The kick is the most important one. You see I've already sidechained it with the sub so that the sub gets pushed away by the kick. But we can also try and maybe make a bit more space for the kick to make a little dip exactly in the area where it's needed most. So around here I see this red bar. So I can make a little dip here. I usually don't go that far. Maybe take like 3 dB max and a small one. And then you can obviously A/B that. Maybe a bit less. I really like to do it this way. Same thing we can do for the other bass. Open the Pro Q, go to the analyzer, it's already on, and we can take the kick, and we'll see that's probably in the same area. There's this red bit. So we can take here, take a little bit of EQ down here, and EQ it down. And this is a nice way to solidly make some space for your kick. And then if you do this with sounds, you can do this with vocals and pads, for instance, you know, that you can see where they are conflicting. So let's see if we have this. Let's say, or this together with this. So we can put one on the stab. So we got one on there, which is nice. And we can have one on this stab, for instance. So this was the stab. So if we take the stab and we go to this stab and we see the stab, and we sidechain it. See, there's a little bit of red here. So you could say I want to make one more here, or go to this one, which I probably already did, and I made some dips. Well, maybe here you can take a little bit more and take them out, just to make sure that there's no conflicting frequencies left, and you get actually the space for the sounds to live in. Another cool thing, and this is how I got these resonant peaks out. If you hoover here, you your mouse there, it gives you the resonant peaks. It says like, hey, you can check this out and take a little bit of that out. That's something that I also use a lot from the Fabfilter tricks, Fabfilter functionalities of the EQ. It's a really nice way to have a sort of extra help in finding these resonant frequencies and taking them out one by one. If you take out too many, you might get a thin sound. So what you can do is select all of them, and then move them all together up or down. So you can actually, when the sound becomes too thin, you can say, I still want to keep those frequencies a bit less, but then just move them all a bit up so the sound gets a bit fuller as well. Another thing would be using maybe the Saturn afterwards and apply some saturation after you've removed those annoying frequencies, and then Fabfilter Saturn is like a multi-band saturator. Maybe I can talk about it next time. But it also has great presets. I like the saturate and color one, which is great. It has a little drive. You have all these different saturators that you can use. Usually the subtle versions are to be fully opened. You can really open it up without distorting too much, which is interesting. But maybe more on that later. I hope you like this tutorial. Make sure to EQ your kick and bass and sounds that are occupying the same frequency range. With the Pro Q3, use the analyzer to see which region they're conflicting. It's a very, very handy feature of the Fabfilter Pro Q3. And I hope you find it interesting. If you like it, please like the video, share, comment, and whatnot. Also, let me know what you want the next video to be about. And follow Lessons in Live, the Facebook group, or the Gumroad page, gumroad.com/lessonsinlive for free preset packs and Serum preset pack and groove templates and all that good stuff. And I'll see you soon for the next one.